Hey everybody, Derek here from Bomb Socks with another day of Bomb Bites, where we feast upon the words of Christ, and as always, we do it one bite at a time. So in conclusion with Moses chapter 7 this week, and I've loved studying Moses chapter 7. It has opened my eyes to a lot of great principles this week. So with Moses 7, there's a cool little principle here. The Lord has always wanted to create Zion. As long as he's had a people on the earth, he has wanted to create Zion with them. In fact, I want to rewind back to an older episode. We're going back to last year for Doctrine and Covenants section 38. All right, this is when the Lord is trying to gather his people to the Ohio. Also, always on the Lord's mind has been to gather his people. That gathering and Zion are very closely related. So we're going to rewind back to this old episode, and I want to show you the connection between section 38 in the Doctrine and Covenants and Moses chapter 7. So watch this. So this guy right here is Enoch. Okay, you go all the way back Old Testament times. We learn a little bit about Enoch from the Old Testament. We learn a lot about him from the Pearl of Great Price. In fact, during this time period, Joseph and Sidney, again, Sidney is a fairly new member of the church, but as you see here, as you look at Moses chapter 7, this is where you have Enoch and his city. It's talking about the city of Zion. Now you look right there, it says December of 1830. So at this time period, Joseph and Sidney were studying a little bit about Zion. They were translating and getting the book of Moses right there. So they're getting this understanding of Enoch. Now, the reason I bring this up to you, you go to the first 4 verses of section 38, keeping in mind what Joseph and Sidney have been studying at this point. Verse 1, "Thus saith the Lord your God, even Jesus Christ, the great I am." We've talked about that before. It's a great statement. Alpha and Omega, the beginning and ending of the Greek alphabet. Beginning and the end, the same, I love this, the same which looked upon the wide expanse of eternity and all the seraphic hosts of heaven before the world was made. The same which knoweth all things, for all things are present before mine eyes. I am the same which spake, and the world was made, and all things came by me. And then this verse, this verse is great. Verse 4, now as you're looking at verse number 4, the Lord often introduces himself with certain titles. And he's not doing it to flex. He's not doing it to just say, here's how awesome I am. Here's what he does in verse 4. I am the same. So far, he's talked about in all 4 of these verses, I'm the same. I am the same which have taken the Zion of Enoch into mine own bosom. And verily I say, even as many as have believed in my name, for I am Christ, and in my own name, by virtue of the blood which I have spilled, have I pleaded before the Father for them. And so you, again, put all this together here. This is January 2nd of 1831. Just right before that, Joseph and Sidney were studying about Zion. And when the Lord says, I am the same that took the Zion of Enoch into my own bosom, I don't think the Lord is just making conversation with these men. I think what he is saying is this is where the Lord is really kind of for the first, not really for the first time, but really tangibly saying, look, I want you to build Zion. And I did it with them, and I can do it for you as well. And so as he's saying that, he's like, I just want to let you know I'm the same guy. I am the same individual who did it with him, and I want to do it with you as well. And the reality of it is, he also wants to do the same thing with us. So he is yesterday, the time of Enoch and of Joseph Smith and Sidney Rigdon back in the day. He is the same today, and he is the same forever. The same God that created Zion wants to do the very same thing with us. And he can do it. And he just kind of outlined his, if I could call this a resume. And again, he's not doing this to just say, I'm amazing, but he is saying it to say, look, I did it for them and I can do it for you as well. Okay, so I want to testify to you that the Lord wants to build Zion with you and I. He wants to do it with your family. He wants to do it with your ward. He wants to do it with your marriage. He would love to do that with the church, with the world, to be able to have that one heart and one mind mentality where people are dwelling in righteousness. There's no poor among them. They're taking care of one another, and they're all looking to him for that counsel. And I love that. And he wanted to do it with them. He wants to do it with us. That's why it's so important. I believe President Nelson, you look at President Nelson's emphasis on the gathering. You look at his emphasis on the whole, let God prevail. It's almost like, look, God's good at what he does. Will you just let him do it? Trust in the Lord. That's the mutual theme for this year. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct direct thy paths. So let him prevail. I believe Enoch did that, and that's why they were successful. He did it with them. He would love to do it with us if we will only let him do it and let him prevail and let our hearts be drawn to him and to trust him. Easier said than done. I get that, but I believe it can be done if we will allow him to do it. Hey, thanks for a great week of gospel study with us. We appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing these messages with others. We appreciate that. Go check out our amazing gospel-themed socks if you haven't already at bombsocks.com. And you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next week. Godspeed. Bye-bye.